tips and tricks to do intercom with the rocker switch. You want to add the rocker switch on this Can-Am Defender Limited. First thing we'll do is just release the hood. It's just two clips right here. And it just comes up to reveal these push pins. We're going to pop these push pins off because we need to get the panel off and run the coax down through the kick panel. There's two push pins right there, and there's one right underneath. Here you can see it right there. Pop those out. And this plastic pops out like that. You can see there's a clip right there that goes into there, but everything just slides forward to come out. Okay, so we're going to need to take this dash off, but in order to get to this screw, you're going to have to take this. So I only take one off at a time. You just take a screwdriver and pry it between this thing and pop it off. And to take this off, there's one push pin there, one there, and on this side, one here, and then there's a T30 right here. Okay, and then you'll need to wiggle it past this. So, and this vent's got a little rubber thing into it as well. So, just kind of got to work this out. How's that? This guy just clips to pop out just like that. To reveal the screws we're going to need to take out for the dash. I'm going to go ahead and put this back on so it supports the window, so I can do the other side. The driver's side is going to be the exact same thing. Loosen the clip, pull that out, same 3 push pins, 2 up there, 1 right there, the Torx T30, and then pop that out. Pop this guy out. And now that's out, I'm going to put the window thing back on. To support the window. Take the dash out, you got a screw here, 1, 2. You got 3. And then there's 3 on the that hold the window down, the window latch. So that's 6, 7, 8, and 9. Take all those out so we can just pop this dash out. All those screws out, this should just pop out. Just like that. There's one USB cord in this box, so just pop this grommet out. Now we're going to pull the fender off. Now take note that these are T30 coarse threads, so don't mix them up when you put them back in. So these are the T30 coarse thread, and then that's a machine thread right there. So there's the 2 coarse ones right there, and there's 1, 2, 3, and there's 3 under here. 4, 5, and 6 of the T30 coarse thread or machine thread, and there's 1 T20 right here. This should come out now. So I like to run my wires down the kick panel because there's less wires and stuff going on. So in order to do that, we need to get this metal guard off, and this is a T40 right there. T40 there. There's a T30 right there. And all these down here are 10 millis. So there's some 10 millimeters you got to take off. That rock slider comes off. To get the plastic part off, we need to take these 3 T30s out, and then this little T30 right by the tire. And this will come off. For the radio only, that's all we need to do to remove, because we're going to fish. We're going to fish between these 2 bars. So I already put my wire fish in here, and the wire fish comes out. So if you lift up the bed, you can see down inside here. Right there. And there's my wire fish. Remember to loom everything. I loom my... This is a 15-foot coax that I'm going to run to the back, but I loom everything just for that extra protection. I'll just attach this end to the other end of the wire fish. I'm going to pull it from the back to the front. antenna I'm going to run behind this air duct right here. And then we're going to run it behind this spot right here. A little tight, but it'll work. And we're going to mount the coax antenna right here. So I do a lot of things by myself, so I just put a little extra, or put some double stick tape on there, some really good stuff, just to hold it in place while I drill it. Just like that with your self-tapper, and then just do the bottom one. This customer wants it on the passenger side, so we're going to have to drill, because the coax is on the driver's side, we're actually going to be drilling a 3/4 inch hole through here, because this is disconnected from this, and so the coax is going to come up here. We're going to drill another 3/4 inch hole right here, and this will be on the back side because it's a double paint or double plastic thing. So we're actually going to be drilling back behind this box and then come into this, into the cab. Remember, before you drill anything, make sure you check behind there that there's no wires. So there's a wire, but it's about a hand length away. Just like that, little 3/4 inch grommet. So we're gonna have the radio right there, so the coax is gonna be right behind it. I'm gonna try to get it over as far as I can. He wants it, but again, you got to leave enough room to put the coax on and put the screw in the side for the radio. So that's about as far as I'm going to be able to get it. When I make this hole, I wallow it out or file just a little bit more. It's a 1-inch hole, and then the power wire, because this power wire is kind of thick. Once it's in there, it'll share with the coax, and the coax should be able to come through too. That way I'm not drilling. That way I'm not drilling 2 holes. And then it'll just share the 1 hole. Now to make this easy, I'm going to kind of line up the hole, and then I'm just going to use this natural line break right there as my guide here. So if I actually put the bracket right on there, it's just about flush with the knobs. So I'm just going to go maybe a hair back from there so it's not rubbing on the knobs if somebody gets in and out. And I'm going to take this off. I'm just going to screw it down right there. So I can come back about a 1/4 inch from that line and screw it. Tough to get these little screws. The packet comes with little screws, so I'm just going to have to use a little stubby and get them in there because there's not a lot of room here to screw it down. So lesson learned, guys, don't put it here. I just spent like a half an hour hand tightening and making these screws because I can't get the drill inside here. And you wouldn't have had to put that hole because you can see the coax can come under here. So it'd save you 1 drill hole and you can just mount it right up underneath here. Other options you could do is you could put it up, you know, up on the dash if you wanted. A lot of people put it up high. You just have to get a longer coax. Make sure it's good and tight. Okay, on the bottom of your radio box is your power cord. You need to cut this guy off. This is an ACC, so it comes on with and this is the ground. So we're just going to run up and I'm going to put 2 terminals on this thing and we're just going to tie right into that. Now remember, before we do any wiring, disconnect the ground on the battery. I'm assuming everybody knows how to do that, so I'm not going to go into that. This is right over the glove box where we need to be. I'm just going to pass this wire right down through here, but I'm going to loom it first. So there it is right there. Just need to connect these 2 guys up and just put red to red and black to black. Snug it down. And put this little red cap back on. It's kind of hokey. How Can-Am did that. And then reconnect the battery. Now with your 7mm, just tighten these guys up. Remember, don't tighten them too tight. I usually just use a screwdriver, but I can't get a screwdriver in there because I put it in this box. I wish I would have put it down here like I said earlier. Since he's getting the radio only, we get these little double stick tape and a little bracket. Just put the double stick tape on the bracket. I'm going to put it right here. So clean the surface really good to hang the mic. So once you stick it, I like to press and hold it for about 20 seconds. Just remember when you're securing the zip ties and the coax, don't pinch it too hard, but make it so it's firm. But also run the coax so it's protected. So I don't run it on this side, I run it behind and between. So if a rock comes and smashes the side of the panel, it's not smashing your coax cable. So just remember that on all your cables. And anywhere there's a bend right here, so make sure you've got that in the right bend so you're not pinching it between the panels. Don't forget to secure your antenna. Coax drops behind there, goes behind there, down and underneath there, comes out there, it's secured. Through there. So if this was an intercom, a rocker intercom, I would have put the rocker in one of the slots right here or right here. I would have mounted the intercom up underneath the dash, you know, gone up in there, where there's a pretty good spot right here, back behind the steering wheel. There's a pretty big opening. Just tuck the intercom up inside here somewhere and anchor it, and then all you have to do is run the headsets in addition to what this video was. So this is a two-seater, so you could have run one headset wire. Since you already got the this open, you just run the headset wire right up the pillar, the A pillar, and I tuck it right along here and just have the cable just stick out just a little bit out right here. It'd be really simple because you can actually lift this up and tuck the cords right up inside there. So it'd be a really simple just to add the intercom, because you can add this, you could mount to the same power, and then you can run headset wire 2 right up the A pillar. Again, tuck it up inside here and just have it stick right out there. So it'd be very simple to add the intercom. He just wanted the radio only, so that's what he's got. But you just have to run those 2 headset wires, install the power, and run the jumper to the back of the radio. And that could all be done from inside the hood. Just a little tip as you're reverse installing this gasket, you gotta kind of push it in there and it seals right up against this thing. It was a little bit tight when I was pulling it out too, so just make sure you tuck it up underneath there as you're putting it back together. Okay, when you reinstall this fender, make sure you tuck it behind the light. So tuck it behind, and then you got to kind of work this gasket back up underneath here, a little snug, just like that. And then put the coarse, remember the coarse threads go in here, the little smaller screw goes in here, and then the rest are the T30s. This fender's got to kind of go on like this and then shove in. So you got to get all these little tabs put in place. It's got all these tabs right there, so make sure you feed that. And it's got that one push clip right there, so make sure you get those right. And then you got the 3 push pins, 1, 2, and the one underneath will hold everything together. These 2 had the metal washers. So just for reference, the rest of them were just all plastic. So these plastic push pins had a little metal washer. And then don't forget the one that's up underneath here, right there. As you reverse install the dash, don't forget to put the USB back in this little box right there. You gotta feed that back up in there and get the grommet in there, so make sure. When you install this, make sure you get that little vent rubber boot.